Good afternoon. I am Dr. Arjun Nanavare, Department of Geography, PG Teaching and Research Center, Sri Shivaji Mahavidyalaya, Barsi. I have immense pleasure to share my thoughts regarding the groundwater depletion and sustainable development with the scholar from the different part of the world in general and India in particular. I am grateful to the Principal Dr. B.R. Phule, Dr. Patil and Santosh Mane for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. Friends, organizer have given me topic, that is groundwater depletion and sustainable development. Friends, growth of population, technological development and industrial development on the one hand, and continued increase in human wants and tendency of man toward the luxurious life on the other hand, leads to environmental issues such as unlimited exploitation of resources, air, water, land and noise pollution, soil degradation, deforestation, ozone depletion and depletion of groundwater. Environment may be defined as the space surrounding living beings with which they have a biological relationship. Unlimited exploitation of resources is one of the important environmental issues. A resource satisfies human wants: water, air, sunshine, land, soil, forest, wildlife, fishes and minerals are resources which are useful to the man. Resources which developed for satisfying human wants are produced by an interaction of nature and man. Human wants continue to multiply. With the passage of time, man improve his knowledge and develop new resources to meet his increasing demands. The term natural resources has undergone an expansion in meaning as a result of man's great understanding of his relationship with the world he lives in. The natural resources are base of region includes the elements of climate, land, water, soil and biodiversity. They dictate opportunity for livelihood and income of the people of the region. More recently, the concept of natural resources has been broadened to include entire surface layer of the earth, because all part of the earth's surface are of some use to man. From this point of view, all living and non-living elements of the atmosphere, the ocean, the desert, the polar, tropical and temperate regions and the interior of the earth to have all become valuable resources. All these resources are to be utilized scientifically and managed with the care to provide necessities and comfort to the present and future generation. The environment we live in has ample and enormous resources. Resources can be classified as exhaustible resources and inexhaustible resources. The metals and minerals obtained from the earth are exhaustible. Once these minerals are taken out, they cannot be replaced. All non-living things obtained from the earth by mining to satisfy human wants are exhaustible. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, iron ore, copper, aluminium, bauxite, uranium are some examples of exhaustible resources. Resources which can be renewed by reproduction or by physical, chemical and mechanical process are called as inexhaustible resources. Solar energy, air, water, wildlife, forest and human beings are examples of exhaustible resources. Water may be considered inexhaustible resources because water that falls from the atmosphere in the form of rain then runs off the land surface and forms streams and rivers that eventually reaches to the ocean are generally operate on a 1 year's renewal cycle. The total amount of water from ocean to air to land and back to the ocean is known as hydrological cycle, and this renewable cycle determines the amount of water availability for human any particular region. Even though apparently abundant, water is finite resource and quite scarce in many parts of the earth, including a very large part of India. In the global perspective, only 2.7% of this liquid resource is fresh water, although it covers nearly 71% surface of the earth. The water that flows down all the rivers and streams makes merely 0.001% of the total water resource on our planet, and underground water accounts only 0.62%. The freshwater lake stores another 0.009%, and about 2% water is locked as snow, ice and in glaciers and snow packs. Thus, only about 1% of the water on the earth is usable. Indeed, water as a resource is extremely finite and happily replenishable. This situation indicates formulation of an effective water management plan involving judicious use. As Deming point out that the wealth of nation does not reside in minerals deposits, fossils, fuels and abundance of freshwater resource, but in the ability to use these resources intellectually. If we see that the demand of unpolluted fresh water is increasing because the earth's population is increasing. As per Indian standard, per person requires 135 liters water per day. If we see the global scenario of water consumption, then according to the United Nations, globally, nearly 70% of water consumption is by the agriculture sector, nearly 22% is used by industries, and 8% is for domestic use. Due to the high density of population, industrialized and urbanized societies, the human intervention become malignant and may cause environmental degradation. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, nature had enough for one's need but not for one's greed. The traditional societies such as tribal societies of India are well aware about this fact. Even our ancient texts refers to worship of mountains, rivers, ocean, winds, rainfall, and so on. If handled with the care and love, nature is bountiful and kindly. If overexploited, nature can perverse and take its toll from the biosphere. A review of current water use in the world shows that the global water use has tripled over the last 50 years, and it is likely that almost 50% of world's population will live under water stress by 2030. Groundwater is very important resource where surface water is not available. As per Merriam Collegiate Dictionary, groundwater means water within the earth, especially that supplies wells and springs. Groundwater exists wherever water penetrates beneath the surface. What is groundwater depletion? A term often defined as long-term water level declines caused by sustained groundwater pumping, and it is key issue associated with the environment. If we think about the causes of groundwater depletion, then we will find that groundwater depletion mostly occurs because of frequent pumping of water from the ground. We continuously pump groundwater from the aquifers, and it does not have enough time to replenish itself. In drought-prone area, we found that the electric pumps are on when electricity come up, and till they are running up to the electricity off. Agriculture requires a large amount of groundwater. What are the negative effects of the depletion of groundwater? Due to the groundwater depletion, wells are drying up, reduction of water in streams and lakes, deterioration of water quality, increasing pumping cost, land subsidence occurs due to the depletion, and a lack of groundwater limits the biodiversity. What is the global scenario of groundwater depletion? The hydrologists estimate that from 1960 to 2000, global groundwater depletion is from 126 to 283 cubic kilometer per year. The areas of greatest groundwater depletion are in India, Pakistan, China, and United States. Therefore, these are the areas where food production and water use are unsustainable, and eventually serious problems are expected. In USA, groundwater depletion rate was 25 cubic kilometer per year during 2000 and 2008. And the areas of depletion in United States are Atlantic coastal plain, West Central Florida, Gulf coastal plain, high plains, desert southwest. The rate of groundwater depletion in North China is 8.3 cubic kilometer per year during 2003 to 2010. The reported amount groundwater depletion rate in Pakistan varies from 52 to 61 cubic kilometer per year during 2016. The water resource, primary groundwater, is declining at a greater pace, threatening the sustainability of Indian agriculture. The total groundwater reserve in India is 37 lakh millions cubic meter, down to the depth of 3000 meter, according to Biwas and Shah, which is almost 10 times of the total annual rainfall in the country. The report of GRACE mission of NASA shows that in India, decline of groundwater table is at a mean rate of 4 centimeter per year. As per Planning Commission, such high rate of groundwater exploration increased the percentage of unsafe districts from 9% to 30% during the span of 9 years. That is 1995 to 2004. According to the Central Groundwater Board, the number of overexploited blocks are increased in the country up to the 8,039 in March 2004. As per data of November 2018, 230 billion cubic meter of groundwater drawn out each year for irrigating agriculture land in India. Many parts of the country are experiencing rapid depletion of groundwater. The total estimated groundwater depletion in India is in the range of 122 to 199 billion meter cubic. In Maharashtra, as per latest survey of Groundwater Survey and Development Agency, in Maharashtra, as per the latest survey of the Groundwater Survey and Development Agency, 3,342 villages of Maharashtra, the groundwater level had dropped by 3 meters, and overall 13,984 villages have witnessed a depletion by more than 1 meter of groundwater table as compared to the average of the past 5 years. So what is the situation at ground level? Regarding this, we have made one field survey. As we observe that with the development of irrigation and the technological factors, commercial crops like sugarcane and horticulture crops are gradually occupying land under. To survive these crops, farmers digging bore wells. Furthermore, due to the increasing wants, increasing population and development of technology, number of bore wells are increased. This growth changed agriculture land use and productivity considerably, but with the growth of bore wells and exploitation of groundwater, the water table is depleting day by day and year by year. In this regard, we have carried out micro-level study of village Medsingi, which is located in Sangola Tehsil of Solapur district, and this Tehsil is known as Heart of Dotpun area. The aim of this study is to find out impact of growth of bore wells on groundwater table. For this study, field survey have been made. During field survey, 228 farmers out of 684 borewell holder farmers are assessed. For this, systematic sampling method is applied to find out impact of borewells on groundwater table. The regression analysis has carried out with the help of computer. The t-test also used with the view to understand the confidence level. This study reveals that 69.50% of total variation in decline of groundwater table to be influenced by number of borewells. The regression coefficient indicates that increase of one borewell causes for decline of groundwater table by 0.18 meters. The study also reveals that 85.75% of the variation in decline of water table to be influenced by course of time. The regression coefficient indicates that increase of 1 year period causes for decrease of groundwater table by 3.22 meter in village Medicine. So this is the situation at ground level in drought-prone area. So what are the solutions regarding the water depletion for the sustainable development? As individuals, one thing is that we can use less water for luxury purpose. Then we should reduce our use of chemicals and dispose them properly, as these chemicals are riches in rivers and seas and which are harmful to the biodiversity. More comprehensive research should be essential regarding the groundwater depletion, and fund should be provided for such types of research. One of the most effective way to address the issue of groundwater depletion is to find out alternative source of water. The pumping of groundwater should be regulated. Recycling of wastewater for irrigation is very important. In Israel, with the help of recycling of wastewater, they have not saved the water resources, but they have prevent the damage of environment and made sustainable development. Conservation and saving of groundwater can be useful for sustainable development through better management of rainwater, soil and water conservation through watershed development programs, promote agronomic innovation that can reduce cost and uses of water, increase the storage condition of aquifer by providing farm ponds. Preservation of wells are also important. To reduce the water consumption by using less water, that is, introduce micro irrigation, drippers. Drip irrigation is an irrigation method that saves water and fertilizer by allowing water to drip slowly to the root of plants, either onto the soil surface or directly onto the root zone through a network of valves, pipes, tubes and emitters. It is done through narrow tubes that deliver water directly to the base of plants. There are number of advantages of drip irrigation. That is, fertilizer and nutrient loss is minimized due to the localized application of reduced leaching. Water application efficiency is high. Field survey is not necessary. Field with irregular shape are easily accommodated. Recycling non-potable water can be safely used. Moisture within the root zone can be maintained at the field capacity. Soil type play less important role in frequency of irrigation. Soil erosion is minimized. Weed growth is also controlled. Such types of number of advantages are of drip irrigation. For the sustainable development, the mulching practices are also important because they reduce evaporation, they control weeds. Mulching also reduces the loss of organic matter and plant nutrients from the soil by erosion. By mulching, about 30% increase in Rabi crop yield has been reported in many areas regarding reducing wind velocity and trapping the eroded soil. Rainwater harvesting is also best way for the sustainable development. Rainwater harvesting is the gathering and accumulating and storing of rainwater. The technique of rooftop rainwater harvesting is discovered by K.R. Gopinath and P. Indra Sen. In this regard, we have also made a field survey of village Mandvi in Maharashtra Tehsil. The objective of this study is to find out annual rooftop rainwater harvesting potentiality. During field survey, 320 farmers households have been assessed. Out of 1600 farmers, PK and Gully's formula is applied for obtaining annual potentiality of rooftop rainwater. The study reveals that if rainwater is collected from the present possible rooftops, the village will get 30 days water requirement, which is useful in scarcity period. Conservation of groundwater by recharging wells. Recharging of wells is useful to increase groundwater potentials. It is also improves the aquifers of nearby wells also, and this can be done by raising the burn height across the slope, provide farm pots, check dams to store water near wells, allow surface runoff to enter the well through field channels to enter the well from the filter pit. Construction of Kolhapur types of weir is also best solution to recharge the groundwater or the aquifers. Construction of chain of Kolhapur type weirs in rivulet and river is the best way to increase groundwater table. Chain of Kolhapur types weir may be defined as backwater of the weirs reaches up to the wall of the previous weirs, and total river beds are filled by water. Kolhapur types weir are not useful only for lift irrigation but also useful for groundwater recharge. In this regard, we have conducted field survey of village Savargaon Devangra for the PG project. The object of this study is to find out impact of chain of KT weirs on groundwater table and agriculture development. The work is mainly based on primary data and the data regarding chain of KTVR's groundwater table of wells before and after construction of KTVRs are collected. The study reveals that average water table of village Savargaon Devangara is increased by 8.55 feet after construction of chain of KTVRs. This increase of groundwater table changed the agriculture of village. The irrigated area of village is increased by 23% and per hectare yield and productivity of village is also increased. So this is the my thought and views regarding the depletion of groundwater table. I again grateful to the principal Dr. B.R. Phule, Dr. Patil and Santosh Mane for giving me this opportunity. I also thankful all of you. Thanks.